deeper in the tournament when we have the best of 5 and best of 7 stage, there might be a thing. Our first game of TP League Season 3 2024 is up. FoCuS versus Kaho. Both players able to get some deep tournament runs in. Both players still waiting for that big tier 1 title. FoCuS, it's been a while for him, years for him. For Kaho, never just happened. Is that the standout performance here? Is he in tip-top shape? When I saw him last, it looked really good. Almost defeating Happy in the winner bracket final of the December tournament. Can he go one step further? Can he go all the way? Can he even survive the group? That's the first question here.
The beginning map should be focusing, favoring FoCuS a little bit. Normally, Northern Isles always considered quite good for ORC. Night Elves feeling that they need to ban other maps, which are even more difficult. It's going to be a Keeper versus Blade Master. Very standard start here. And if FoCuS wants to be aggressive, which normally Orcs tend to be on this map, this Keeper will not have it too easy to get those desired levels.
Indeed, it is very standard, but Northern Isles have been, or has been, a very, very good battleground for the Horde. Let's see if Kaho can stand against this. Is any one of these guys still getting nervous? I don't really think so. FoCuS part of the pro scene for 20 years plus. Kaho also now for 3 years in the mix, I guess. Maybe 2 years. Should be fine. Wonder Boy. We'll see a lot of Night Elves cheering for him already, but FoCuS, of course, a beloved person in gym as well. Hard to choose who's the favorite here. Hard to choose who's the fan favorite here. Pretty much 50-50 matchup for me.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see them play lately. I think Kaho was looking very, very good mechanically, especially, which is not necessarily the normal Night Elf trait for most elves out there. Before the most recent encounter, by the way, in the TED Cup, which happened around 1 week ago, Kaho was on a long win streak against FoCuS. But there, about 1 week ago, FoCuS finally got his revenge. And when he's on point, when FoCuS looking sharp, normally he can look quite good in this matchup indeed. But of course, as we know, there's many things to worry about on the Orc side.
Especially Entangle, especially Mass Tier 1, especially expansions, but FoCuS has been one of the top players against that expansion play, whether with pushes himself or expansions himself, trying to prevent level 2 now. That's of course the first big task of the game.
Very important last hits here, indeed.
Murloc is a little confused. Just running around.
Fight two enemies here at the same time. That seems unusually cruel. But yeah, both heroes here duking it out on level 1. And normally that seems to be good for the Orc, of course. The big concern is always if the Keeper levels up too quickly. But as mentioned before, on this map, that would be very hard to achieve for Kaho.
Right on. We see FoCuS scouting already for sneaky APs. Even Colorful has been playing more APs lately, so always good to scout for them. Also on the left-hand side, you don't want to be surprised because that is ruining your early mid-game when your goal is usually to creep up the Shadow Hunter. Big last hit in the making. Entangle once again lasts long enough, and that is Keeper level 2. Treants unlocked.
That was a big deal. That was also very close. The Entangle there was about to run out. Nice play though by Kaho. Times it perfectly. And getting the mantle is actually quite nice. Some good bonus damage here. +8 on the Keeper. And it's going to be throwing out those right clicks for the entirety of the game still to come. It is the Keeper hunts. The next thing that we're lacking here is the expansion.
Right on. That's the list of priorities here. Our priorities are also, of course, our subs. Thank you, Hinterräudig, Kung Fu Kanarate, Gateje, Victiginas, Felog, Rudi, Disproved by Hell, KMS, and Zwergenking. Much love, you guys. This was quite successful for Kaho, but this was also a lot of mana invested. It was one Entangle after the next to control the Blade Master as best as possible. Got an objective eventually, but it wasn't all the mana. There was one Entangle left, and with that, it's probably a dead grunt.
Yeah, certainly should be. Just a couple of right clicks here. Seems like he doesn't even need the second Entangle. And if it hadn't been for this grunt loss, this should have been a really good early game for FoCuS. But losing the grunt makes things a little more complicated. Now the Shadowhunter creeping is going to be more difficult. The Keeper got more experience. He's getting closer to 3. But at least the Blade across the map is also getting his own level 2. Goes for Mirror Image which seems very popular nowadays. And Ring of Regen can be indeed very nice on him.
The perfect item for roaming Blade Master and FoCuS's roaming Blade Master is, as I said, one of the best. We go Beastery and Spirit Lodge, obviously for Raider and Shaman. It's very, very standard setup. No big surprises here. Of course, you always hope when it's the biggest stage that you have some meta-defining plays, but these guys not excelling in the creative part of Warcraft 3, rather the mechanics, rather the standard and the norm, and they do that very, very, very well. And first, bigger fight here. Kaho is trying to get the revenge, and he does! Ogre Magi goes to him, level 3, unlocked. Plus an Alchemist, of course, second hero.
Yeah, at the moment, there's not too much FoCuS can do just yet. He needs the Shadow Hunter, he needs the Shaman, and maybe a Wyvern, and then he's gonna get much stronger indeed. Kaho not focusing on the expansion at all. He was creeping heavily with the Keeper hunts and Alchemist now. He's going fast tier 3 1 base.
Okay.
Have not seen this in a while.
Yeah. Caster Neo, eat your words. Like, when was this played last? Maybe during DreamHack days, more or less. Tier 3 Night Elf. If you're on par with the Orc, that's totally fine, but you need an expansion or that tech advantage to work. This is, of course, a lot of time that he needs, but once tier 3 is up, Kaho is damn scary and FoCuS is not responding to this push at all.
Now, Burrow gonna go down. Wyvern hurt already. FoCuS getting kind of caught off guard here, it seems like. Shadowhunter finished the first camp, got to level 2, which is very important. But yeah, Kaho is playing his timings well. He knows how strong he is with the hunts, can go creeping, he knows he can push a bit. Seems like so far Kaho has a good handle on the game and knows when and where to strike and where not.
First burrow down, second burrow about to fall. Uh-oh, not good for FoCuS here. Peons are falling, they're trying their darnest, of course, to repair this, but doesn't work. A couple of them falling as well. A grand attack by Kaho when it's just supposed to buy some time, getting lots and lots of kills, and FoCuS is supply blocked until the end of days.
He lost only a single archer. In this whole attack, lost only one archer, that's it. And he killed the burrows, the Wyvern almost died, Peons died, FoCuS's Giga supply blocked, and now the tier 3 is about to be ready. I guess it also cost him lots of mana, so Moon Juice being taxed, Clarities, I guess, needed, and the TP is of course gone. But this still looks really good for Kaho. Can go for a third hero, pot him if he wants, marksmanship, and you know, there was a time, like you mentioned a good while back, DreamHack days, when marksmanship archers were really scary and the tier 3 Night Elf was really looking ferocious, but we haven't seen them much at all lately. So Kaho, with a surprising play, not something we normally expect from him.
Yeah, very, very cool. I was surprised recently by his newer way to approach Night Elf Mirror when he was exposed to a lot of mass range. He was one of the very, very first ones to skip bears entirely and just go mountain giants. And then, of course, the backline of archers is never wrong to have. Maybe that gave him a little bit of inspiration to play it here. It is the bottom, it is the marksmanship. This tri-hero combo is going to be damn scary in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, normally Orc, the way they want to beat it is be dominant in the mid-game, expand, and then have a 2-base advantage. And if you play 2-base versus 1, even if the Night Elf is tier 3, you can still win those fights with big Raider Grunt armies, charging in, speed scroll, lightning shield, all that. Being stuck on 1 base is not good, especially when FoCuS isn't tier 3 himself, which he isn't. Also, the heroes seem a bit under-leveled. FoCuS's spot here not looking good.
Yeah, not only under-leveled, but also the Shadow Hunter, like... Usually he's the carry. He can decide games on level 5 with the Serpent Wards, but against archers, is he really that carry hero that we're used to seeing? I don't think so. It's rather the Blade then, but he doesn't even have critical strike yet, and how to deal with the backline of archers? We need a lot of lightning shield in the process.
Yeah, Kaho has sick items as well. He's got good right click. Of course, the first Oba Venom was picked up by the Potom. Should be another one for the Keeper later on. He's got Heal Pot, Mana, Health Stone, I mean. And Kaho's really strong right now already. He's getting some more upgrades. He's sitting at 50 supply. Only thing he's missing is a Heal Scroll, but even without that, he's looking eager to fight.
Yeah, with the level 2 heal spray, 100%. On the other side, FoCuS is adjusting a little bit. Level 2 heal wave instead of Serpent Wards. That makes a lot of sense against the damage. But you can see the chip damage on the Shadow Hunter. Like, what the hell? This is just a couple of right clicks and he's down to 50% already. Archers are getting caught by Ensnare. Focus Fire is solid, but no Ensnare against the heal spray. And that makes it so the units are just not dying compared to the Blade Master. Has to go for an Invo Potion here. Shadow Hunter, no mana at all anymore, has to wait for the next clarity and has to wait for the next shop as well, as the first one was built offensively, taken out immediately. Supply numbers are fairly even at the moment, but FoCuS has no lumber to rebuild anything but grunts. GG.
Angle. Yeah, that's gonna be a kill, and Kaho winning the game here. Map 1 goes to him. Well played. Of course, it wasn't too sensational in the action that we saw. It was just creeping, push, TP out, tier 3, and then, you know, he got the win, being too strong to handle. But Kaho, what really here stands out to me is that he knew exactly how to push his strategy at the right moment. He knew when he was strong, he knew what he could get away with, he knew how he could trade really well and get an advantage. And this didn't even look like a Night Elf game. This looked like an undead game. He's just teching up, creeping up, trying to do a little bit of damage here and there, and then going for a tier 3 timing attack. That's not what Night Elves do normally, and Kaho is, playing this unexpected style here very well. I'm sure FoCuS didn't expect this at all, and that was just a masterclass play by Kaho. Well done.
Big true, Mr. Remo Demo. That tier 3 timing push. Usually, you're not seeing that from Night Elves at all. Kaho with the first exclamation mark in the tournament, showing that he is a threat to everyone. FoCuS, this didn't look too clean, to be honest. The last hits didn't really work too well. Also, Blade Master was standing around, the multitasking, not 100% on point. Grunts took a lot of damage during creeping, and the healing wasn't there immediately. Little bit of a wake-up call for our Korean friend.
Yeah, needs to try to bounce back now. Map number 2, which is going to be his choice, is going to be Terranas Stand. Very interesting map. Very different from Northern Isles. It's really easy to creep level 2 here. It's really easy to expand here. It's normally a very defensive map. And also one of the few maps where elves normally pick the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter immolation creeping extremely strong on this map. And if the demon gets out of control, you might be in hot water right away. But if you can control the demon, slow him down, and make use of that expansion yourself, it can also be a really good map for Orc. It always seems like a risky pick, though, to me. If the early game goes good, it's a great map for Orc.
Yeah.
If the early game goes bad, ooh, it's a tough one.
Can result in a big tug of war against expansions in this little pocket, relatively easy to erect, and then you have to hold this, of course, as well. Definitely a chance for a switched up first hero, as you said. Demon Hunter creeping very, very good. For FoCuS, it should always be the Blade Master, but maybe 2 ways to go around it, with heavy harass, maybe, with a little bit more creeping, maybe. FoCuS has definitely the potential to bring this back and tie this up, but judging from game 1, Kaho is the favorite now.
Yeah, I also think if you can keep up this performance, Kaho here looking good, but of course FoCuS has still yet more to show, and maybe he can pull 1 or 2 tricks out of the hat. But Kaho normally, you know, when he has, I would say, when he has a strong showing in a tournament, he's able to continue carrying it through the tournament. He's not necessarily always in his very best shape. Sometimes he's dipping a little bit here and there, but if he's showing up good on day 1, normally he can continue on that performance and that level of play. And it's going to be important for this group stage. It's not an easy group by any means, especially if Fly also is coming in prepared.
Exactly. And of course, the winner of the group stage goes through immediately to the playoffs. So that's a little bit of extra break and the better seed in the round of 8. And if you're ending up 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, you end up in the ascension phase and gotta go through your group stage opponents one more time. Every map counts, as this is round robin. We got the calculus out already for tomorrow and the day after. We should probably ask about, you know, list of priorities in a tie situation. This will be something to discuss down the road.
Yeah, always interesting how the rules are going to look like, because every tournament it's a little bit different, apparently. But yeah, most important, of course, going to be the wins. The map score is also going to be becoming relevant, and the head-to-head, I suppose, as well. Looking at the group, who do you think is going to take first?
So hard, man. They are like FoCuS, SOC, and Kaho are operating on a very, very even level, but their shape also fluctuates quite a bit. So it, to me, comes down to who is in best shape today and tomorrow. There's no clear favorite. I would say the only thing that's very clear is that Fly is the underdog, but by no means unscary. I would say, like, going into today, I would have said that FoCuS is probably ending up first. But this Kaho performance might change my opinion here from map 1.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling quite similarly to you also. I think I'm going to put Kaho in first. By no means is that going to be a certainty. But especially SOC, I feel like, has not been showing his best. FoCuS, unfortunately, not so stable to always play his A game either. I think Kaho has the best chances to really deliver in the big games when it counts most. Where Fortitude was rising so high and soaring so high in ability and performance, SOC has been kind of on the back burner a little bit, which I think he's not the top favorite here. But anyways, it is time for us to focus now on map number 2. It is the Blade against the Demon Hunter. The matchup that we were expecting here on this map. And the Demon Hunter with Immolation, right?
Yeah, must be.
Can start creeping quite nicely.
There we go. Immolation creep starts. FoCuS with a little bit of nuisance here, pulling the Sasquatch out. And if the creeps have to reposition, then Immolation is of course a lot less potent, as you are not hitting all the targets at the same time. Slowing things down, buying a couple of seconds, and creating space for the creeps in the middle, who of course hold some great combat items.
Blade Master would love to get some double claws here. Starting off with the gloves, not too bad. Demon Hunter quick level 2 and normally a circlet. Yes indeed, with the dust. FoCuS also with an early shop, by the way. But didn't buy any items from the shop. Is he gonna take these 2 items in the middle and then go back home? Normally we see the Blade Master being quite aggressive early.
Free reign for Kaho and free reign with Immolation is not necessarily the best thing. You see the skill build here, no evasion, it's mana burn, of course. And FoCuS, no, he's not going back to his shop. Dust misses, but not the biggest impact. Oh wow, this inventory looks amazing. Replenishment potion to save some moon juice, slippers and circlet for the damage, and of course dust to reveal the blade. I think this is a solid start for Kaho once again.
And the dangerous thing here for Orc always is that the Blade Master is just left alone, goes unchecked, and just creeps level 3 quickly and then really dominates the mid-game. But what is built by FoCuS? He made a shop but didn't use it. This just looks like straight up, you know, bit of a build order mistake. And good scout here by Kaho, by the way. Archer was checking for the Orc trying to steal away the Merc camp, but that might still work out for FoCuS.
Ooh, lots of damage! Mana burn goes... Oh, didn't work, I think. Forces the town portal. Rest of the camp belongs to FoCuS as well, who got the big mana. That's quite nice. If I interpret the Chinese overlay correctly, last it did go to FoCuS, so a little bit of a mistake there. But Demon Hunter still 2.5, double slippers, damn scary. Yeah, looking quite strong here indeed. And with a little bit more creeping at some green camps, maybe level 3 can be achieved. That should normally mean mana burn level 2. I think FoCuS probably going to go for Raider Walker Shadow Hunter, always playable against the Demon on the other side. Question is, what is Kaho going to play? We see a Hunter Soul, so this is going to be Lores. Is it Mass Dryads? Is it a tier 3 with Bears? Oh, Kaho's Berserker is getting caught here. That's a big crit for 72. A little bit of a problematic situation. We play Ring Around the Mercenary Camp. Kill goes to FoCuS. That's a big chunk of XP, but he's also getting caught, forced into a speed scroll. Use the big mana potion immediately, or sold it. Not 100% sure. Kaho saves the Archer to the north. So absolutely scary for both of the players. These Berserkers are in high demand.
And it seems like that one Won't be able to be saved. Oh, the purge from the creeps. Oh, very lucky for FoCuS. Berserker still goes down, but should be able to force the TP at least. Yeah, the demon back here is stuck. Has to TP out. Both TPs have been used. Both have lost their Berserkers. Oh, and FoCuS going double Beast Fury. Ooh. He's anticipating mass Dryads, I think. Wants to go for the mass Raider counter. But that means there's going to be no Dispel against this Keeper.
That could be a problem. So it's mostly going to be a base race. Fighting with double Beast Fury is not the greatest at all. Against Dryads a little bit better, but then there's a lot of counters to that with Bears, of course, as well. This is a gamble.
Team Lions is so crazy, dude. He's got 13.4 armor, level 3 already, the boots as well. Make it easy for him to properly position. And now he's got the Keeper out. The scary thing here for Kaho is he doesn't have a TP. If FoCuS catches the Night Elf army out on the map with 5 Raiders, he can just go for End Snare after End Snare, hero kill, and cheese a win out here easily.
True, there's also no staff as the shop is just being built. Tier 3 on the way, and again it's a one-base play by Kaho. He did that against Undead in the past a lot, when other Night Elves are still of the opinion that they have to expand at some point. Not the case for Kaho, but he's getting caught. FoCuS is getting caught once again, and that's the scary Entangle that you were talking about. One grunt down, and Tangle reigns supreme, but it seems like FoCuS is dodging. Oh, I was about to say dodging a bullet, but that's the second one. That's another kill here. So bad.
The double mana burn is also big. Triple mana burn now. 300 mana burned, and no juice left. Shadow goes down, the game's over.
Oh boy, at least denied, but Kaho is massacring FoCuS. Down to 30 food. Demon Hunter, okay, it's a triple surround. Wait, you can't
fight him, bro.
No,
you can't fight him.
No.
He's got 13 armor, bro.
No. Oh boy. Painful, and you don't really have time with that build to recover because the Night Elf once again is getting stronger and stronger.
Oh my god, Entangle again. Who's there? Oh my lord.
Oh no. Okay, he gets the kill on the Keeper. That's alright, but it's only level 1. It's gonna be back in no time, and there's still no way to deal with this demon. Another archer. Okay, FoCuS with a good block. Little bit of momentum. Maybe, but wow, that was brutal.
Yeah, to be fair, Kaho also was losing a lot of units here, but his reinforcements are bears. So strong. About to be ready with the master upgrades. Of course, they got redraw all the time. And the worst thing is, Shadow got none of the experience here. Was not there for any of the kills. Shadow still level 1.2 only. He did feel forced into Hex in the end, which later on against Dryads might not be that good, of course. FoCuS now finally equipping the natural, trying to expand. But it feels a bit late.
A 2-0 for Kaho would be so huge in the round-robin group stage. A 2-1 win, of course, that helps you. But 2-0 when all the opponents are equally strong. Big exclamation mark towards the group stage win. And you talked about the Demon Hunter before, like this was already strong, but now Riju is ready, and FoCuS doesn't have a Dispel. So this already super tanky Demon Hunter slaps the gets more armor and the living armor of Rejuvenation. Dude is just unstoppable.
Sick Hex though. Hex on the bear, and there's no Dispel yet to dispel this Hex, so no Rejuvenation can be used here. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. If FoCuS can catch out Kaho in the middle of the map, since he doesn't have a TP, he might be able to punish him hard. This is big moves for FoCuS. He gets a Dryad and a bear pretty much for free, but I'm still not sure if he can fight the demon.
Doesn't look that way. Riju is coming in, as we said, but FoCuS is back. All of that on the back of an expansion that's at 45%, more or less. And Kaho under pressure for the first time this series. Blade Master also level 4 with level 2 crit. No solution against Entangle still, but not too bad. Hex and Heal Wave, no Serpent Wards in that regard. Can the Demon Hunter clobber down this expansion by himself?
Kaho is out on the map here without a TP with 34 supply.
Yep.
This looks so risky. It was already very risky to be at the lab, creeping there. Alright, FoCuS has an opportunity here. Kaho might be overextending.
Reinforcements are coming in. Dryads, still no Dispel on them against the Hex. And the Raider numbers, they're rising. Expo is up. Kodos as well, as he sees the bears. This is the natural counter. One Devour, and they're gone. Aiming for that Keeper. Of course, you don't need Dispel if there's no Entangle and no Keeper on the battlefield.
We got Roar now, though. We got level 4 Demon Hunter. Keeper goes down, but the bears might not be able to be fought. We have Kodos now finally joining as well. How strong is this Demon Hunter really in the end?
Well, takes good care so far. Immolation enabled again. Kodo Nyami, first Devourer of the game. And the position for FoCuS seems to be alright. Expo is up, taking the fight now against the Dryads. 2 of these Raiders about to die. Whoops, that's a lot of damage. Also on the Blade Master, 73. Invo Potion, FoCuS, last second. Life-saving item, but only for 7 seconds. And there's no heal wave. There's nothing else. Is he just dead?
Oh, with the boots, trying to catch up to him. It might be level 5 if he gets it. Has to deny himself, I guess, but it's still 2 heroes dead.
Whoa.
Almost level 5, and no heroes left for FoCuS.
GG! It's just over! Wonder Boy! Head scratch, the FoCuS signature move now on the other side. Big win for Kaho. What a sick performance. A couple of mistakes here and there, maybe, but in the end, clear-cut 2-0.
Yeah, very confident play here by Kaho. I would call it fearless. Always eager to fight. Of course, when you have such a strong Demon Hunter, so high level with insane items, it's easy to be feeling ferocious there. But I come back to map 1 as well, where he was kind of low level with the Keeper, but always knew where to go and when to take a fight.